This Piper Saratoga arrived at Petaluma Municipal Airport in Sonoma County carrying a precious cargo from the Pacific Northwest. Inside this dog crate, a sick and malnourished Guadalupe Fur Seal pup. The rescue story began on a quiet beach in Oregon. The seal pup was found all alone near the town of Seaside, not far from the mouth of the Columbia River. Guadalupe Fur Seals are named for their rookeries on Guadalupe Island, about 200 miles off the coast of Baja. They were hunted to near extinction for their lush fur. And although still listed as threatened and a protected species, Guadalupe Fur Seals have been making a comeback in recent years, expanding their range beyond Mexico and Southern California.
Northern California is starting to see more and more of them, which they think that could be a good news scenario, that maybe these animals are starting to spread into more of their natural habitat. It's possible that spreading up into Southern Oregon and a little bit into Washington could also be part of just their natural range. They do cover hundreds of miles, but when we're starting to see them in this condition, we know it's a bad news situation.
This pup weighed less than 16 pounds, less than half what a year-old pup should weigh. In coordination with wildlife authorities, the seal pup was taken to the nearby Seaside Aquarium and then turned over to a marine mammal team near Seattle.
So we picked up this animal, met the folks in Oregon, and brought it back to Gig Harbor, Washington at a facility at World Vets that was able to triage the animal and hold the animal for a couple of days. So SR3 and World Vets worked together to create a treatment plan and keep this animal healthy until we were able to arrange transport to Sausalito, California at the Marine Mammal Center.
The Marine Mammal Center in Marin County is one of the only facilities on the West Coast authorized to rehabilitate Guadalupe Fur Seals. It's a 13-plus hour drive from Seattle to Marin County, an especially tiring and grueling journey for a sick animal. So the team reached out to another organization, Turtles Fly 2, and connected with a pilot from Oregon, Dave Sutton.
So have you ever flown a seal before?
I have not.
Dave and his co-pilot, Gilbert Florescu, flew from their home base in Roseburg, Oregon to Tacoma to pick up the pup, and then turned south for the 540-mile-long flight to Petaluma Airport near the Marine Mammal Center.
He was super cute, and he was very pleasant. He rode like a champ and mostly slept and was very, very cute doing it.
A journey that would have been an all-day drive was shortened to less than 4 hours. But it was hardly a smooth flight with a cold front moving through the area.
Flight conditions were pretty rough. We were probably solid IMC, that's in clouds, instrument conditions, for probably of the day 3 or 4 hours, and some ice and some turbulence. And the turbulence got to the little guy a bit. Sonny, they're calling him Sonny, and Sonny had puked a little bit from the turbulence, and then he went back to sleep.
The Marine Mammal Center team arrived to pick up Sonny, now named Soleado. That's Sonny in Spanish.
We've been able to continue to give him some nutrition, so he's getting fed a couple times a day. And we, because he was stable enough to move up into one of our pools, we've been giving him access to the pools, saltwater pools, and he has been loving getting some swim times.
Soleado appeared to be on the road to recovery thanks to the hard work of people from Oregon to Washington to California. 5 agencies banding together to save the life of one little fur seal, and a volunteer pilot stepping in to speed up the effort.
And this is your first time doing something like this? You think you'll do it again?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes to both.
Why?
It makes you feel good, you know? You want to do the right thing. And always, if you do the right thing, you'll know it because it makes you feel good.
In Marin County, Soleado was teamed up with another Guadalupe Fur Seal pup about the same age, and they were getting along well. Soleado wasn't eating on his own, but accepted tube feeding and was getting in and out of his pool and grooming normally. Then came the unexpected. Soleado suddenly died. Dr. Cara Field sent out an email. I am so sorry to report that the young Guadalupe Fur Seal that was transported was found dead. A necropsy didn't find anything abnormal. The lungs were fine, gastrointestinal and other tissues were okay, no ulcers, parasites, or anything else. As Dr. Field wrote, unfortunately, in many of these cases, the malnutrition is so prolonged and severe that we cannot get them back. It seems that many times they only come ashore when they are so debilitated that there is no getting them back despite our best efforts.
They're really tough cases because overtly you can see that the animal's very thin and they're so charismatic. So they look at you with those big, beautiful eyes, and it seems like they're almost pleading for help. There's a bigger picture that we always have to keep in mind. And yes, it's very tempting we do get attached to them, and certainly, having a name and a profile, you get to caring for these animals as individuals very much. I would find it impossible not to, I think. But at the same time, we know what's in their best interest is for them to hopefully recover and go home. And if they can't recover, then at least we can still learn from them if they don't survive. And that it brings a little bit of a level of comfort and helps us, kind of through that process when we lose patients that especially that so many people have worked so hard to care for.
The loss of Soleado was hard to take. Was all that work worth the effort? The answer is yes.
Absolutely. A single seal or sea lion can make a big difference in what we learn when the population is so small.
There are others that still need help, and the hope is Soleado's death leaves one more clue to solving the puzzle of these marine fatalities and continues the long overdue return of a species from the brink of extinction.